After the Minnesota Vikings allegedly got beat down week 2 Monday Night Football in Philly, blah, 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 24-7. Again, allegedly, the thinking was, okay, whatever, game up in the division on the Packers after week 1, win the division, it'll be fine, normal season, Eagles turn into a juggernaut. It's like, okay, we won't get the 1 seed, whatever. But Minnesota Vikings win on a little bit of a run. 7 straight wins, all single-score games, capped off by the amazing Sunday miraculous comeback win, 17 points down in Buffalo in their building. Just amazing. Josh Allen looking 100%, by the way, and for that we thank you. But Vikings got themselves a signature win. So now the thinking is, okay, maybe the 1 seed could be back in play, even though the Eagles are allegedly 8-0. So now we got to root. We got a scoreboard watch, and we got a root. So it starts at the end of Week 10, final game, Monday Night Football. The 4-5 Washington Commies visiting the 8-0 Philadelphia Eagles. Now, it's going to be tough playing in Philly, primetime, all that stuff, but it's a division game. Can Taylor Heineke and Ron Rivera do it for us one time? Woo! It will be kind of nice. We'll completely ignore what happened earlier in the season where Philly just dismantled Washington at home. It was a different team. I mean, they had Carson Wentz back then, and it was a woodshedding because, I mean, let's be honest here. They're up 24-0, and the Commies didn't get on the board with an offensive score until 2 minutes left. So it's whatever there. But completely different team. It's tough to beat a team twice, especially in your division. So maybe there's a little bit of hope because the Vikings, obviously down the head-to-head, they have to have a better record than the Eagles by 1 game. So they got to be free and clear by at least 1 game in the win column at the end of the season to potentially secure that 1 seed. And the Eagles are tough, man. The Eagles are an absolute dump truck, and I mean that in the best possible way. They're great in the trenches. They have a great offense. They get after it on defense. They have great cover corners. So they are going to be extremely tough to beat. And ideally, the playoffs would run through Minneapolis as opposed to Philly because we know what happened last time. Although this is the season of revenge game narrative, so maybe we do want to play Philly in the NFC title game. But the Vikings creating separation between the 2 and the 3 seed. It looks like the Vikings are going to be 1 or 2 in the NFC at the end of the season. But can Philly slip up a time or two, and can the Vikings keep on winning? It's possible, man. So, like we said, it would be so nice if the Commies knocked off the Eagles. Of course, the Dolphins, they'd be popping champagne. It's like, oh, no more undefeated teams. Who cares? And then, I mean, can Jeff Saturday and the Colts put up a 2-piece? I mean, come on. Can Matt Ryan, the corpse of Matt Ryan, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, can they beat the Eagles in their building one time? Green Bay ain't going to help. They're hosting Tennessee, so maybe Derrick Henry, who knows? They do have to play the Giants twice, which could create an interesting situation because the Giants are actually pretty damn good. They're at Chicago. Maybe Justin Fields can put up 9,000 points and still lose. Who knows? Then they're at the Cowboys, which is going to be tough. They're hosting the Saints. That should be a cakewalk. So, I mean, there's a couple spots where they could drop a game or two. We pointed out before that this quadrant, week 13 to 16, where they're against Tennessee, at the Giants, at the Bears, and at the Cowboys, it could be a spot where they drop 2 games, maybe. I mean, but the Eagles are tough, man. They absolutely are. So this may be wishful thinking, but I think the Vikings do have a great chance to potentially hold serve here, where they got the Cowboys at home, they got the Patriots at home, they got the Jets at home. The only 3 games left are in division, so it's more of a familiarity thing. And also the Vikings may have the 1 or 2 seed wrapped up by week 17, so the last 2 road games may not even matter. Plus the Packers may have packed up their tent by then, maybe the Bears too, but then they also have the Colts at home. They have the Giants at home. So these next next stretch is sort of inverse, where the Vikings have 5 out of 6 games at home, and then after this 1 home game, the Eagles hit the road for a handful, and for 1. And then they come home for 2, and then they're on the road for 3 in a row. So I guess anything is possible. Like this season has already been weird and wonky, and the Vikings just seem like a team of destiny. So it could be a spot where the Vikings take care of their business. Maybe they do end up with Colin Cowherd's mythical 16-1 record, and maybe the Eagles slip up a time or two, and the Vikings overtake him despite losing the head-to-head. Who knows? But it all starts on Monday night. I can't believe this. We got to root for the Commies. I mean, Heineke, 1 time. Well, I mean, that interior defensive line we know is legit. And maybe Chase Young will be back. Well, probably not. But I understand we're grasping at straws here. But this is going to be like this every week. As long as the Vikings are still alive for the 1 seed, we'll just be like, hey, do we have to root for the Packers? Damn it. Or Tennessee or Chicago one time. We'll see what happens. But again, Vikings take care of the business. Whatever else happens. If the Eagles slip up, awesome. If not, whatever. I mean, you can control what you can control. But your thoughts are thoughts. Can Washington beat Philly tonight? One time. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Well, support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.